Happy New Year. We're now in 2026. Welcome back to the Be Real podcast. You know, where we keep it cute, classy, and just a little bit cheeky. Can you believe we are in 2026? Guys, how did we get here? All the possibilities are endless. This is a fresh year. So before we get started with this episode, this month's Be Real tip of the month, if you can't manifest it, maybe it wasn't yours to hold on to, and that is fine. Let it go and continue to glow. Now let's get into this episode. So today's episode is all about manifestation. Is it true? Does it work? We don't know, but we're going to get to the bottom of it today, okay? So we're going to start by playing a game called Manifesting or Myth. I've been given a couple of scenarios and I'm going to decide whether I believe in it or not, and then the answers will be revealed. So let's start. And don't worry, I'm not cheating. I haven't been told the answers. I'm actually going to find out live with all of you guys. So let's start. Statement 1. A woman wrote to herself a fake £1 million check, dated it 5 years in the future, and kept it on her mirror. Exactly 5 years later, she received a movie deal worth nearly the same amount. And that woman was Jim Carrey's ex-girlfriend who inspired him to do the same. Is that true, guys? Do we believe that that's true? Because if that is true, I'm going to do that tomorrow. What happened? She wrote on a check £1 million, dated it 5 years in the future, and kept it on a mirror. Then 5 years later, she received it for That's a long, I know there might not be a time length with manifestation, but 5 years? Is that how long I have to wait before whatever it is I want comes true? 5 years. That's a really long, I think 5 years is a really long time. And I don't have that time. Who wants to wait 5 years? I don't know if that's true or not. We're going to find out. The man behind the camera is going to let me know. Is that true or is that made up?
Apparently it's true. Well, he made 10 million for 10 years in the future. Jim Carrey did.
What? Right, guys, we know what we're all doing tonight. So we're all writing down 10 million. 10 million. Well, of course, he's Jim Carrey. Of course, he's made 10 million. Oh, my God. Wow. You see? That was true. I didn't think that was true, but that was obviously true. Okay, so another one. Oprah Winfrey once said she used to visualize herself being interviewed by a famous talk show host years before she became one herself. She claims those mental rehearsals helped her attract her first TV job. Okay. Now, after hearing the Jim Carrey story, I'm thinking that's true because obviously it's Oprah Winfrey. I think that's true. I don't know. I'm going to go with that's true. Is that true?
It's true. There's no direct quote, but she's spoken about it lots that she used to do, like visualization of attraction stuff.
Well, I visualize a lot of things and it doesn't happen. So I don't know if I believe that manifesting got her that. Does that make sense? Yeah, I don't know if I believe if manifesting got her that, because just by visualizing, I visualize a lot of things. Hasn't happened yet. I don't know. Maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a certain way to do it and I'm just not doing it the right way. I don't know. But let's continue. Statement 3. A man in London claimed he manifested a free luxury car by meditating on it daily for 30 days. In the end, his neighbor moved abroad and gave him the car to avoid selling hassle. So hold on, let me read that again. Do you know when you have to read things twice so it makes sense? But a man in London claimed he manifested a free luxury car by meditating on it for 30 days. In the end, his neighbor moved abroad and gave him their car to avoid the selling hassle. Let's hope it was a luxury car. It doesn't really specify if it was a luxury car or if he just got a car. That we don't know. But let's assume he got his neighbour's luxury car. I don't believe that. What did he do? He was meditating on it daily for 30 days about a luxury car, and then he got his neighbour's car. I don't know if I believe that. I don't think he got a luxury car. Well, we don't know if the neighbour's car was a luxury car. It could have been anything. It could have been, what were them little cars that at one point everyone was driving? Could have been like a KA. They like the little tins. Could have been that. We don't know. I don't know if it was a luxury car, but I don't think he sat down, meditated for 30 days, and then a luxury car appeared. I don't believe that. Is that true?
I can't find that one anyway.
So we don't know. If you do know if that's true or not, if you know someone that's happened to, please leave a comment and let us know. But we can't find it, so that must be a lie. I just didn't believe that. That doesn't even sound real. Okay. Another statement. Beyonce once revealed in an interview that before releasing Lemonade, I haven't seen Lemonade. No, ignore me. Sorry. Before releasing Lemonade, she kept a private vision board with words truth, freedom, legacy pinned to it, which became the guiding theme for the album. Truth, freedom, legacy. All the beehives will know this one. I'm a Beyonce fan. I'm not a beehive. I'm not like a stan, but I'm a Beyonce fan. But I don't know. I don't know if this is true. Does Beyonce seem like the kind of girl that's gonna keep a vision board? I don't know. And then what did it say? So she's got a vision board with words truth, freedom, and legacy pinned to it that became the guide to her guiding theme to her album, Lemonade. Like, Beyonce's done so many albums. I don't know her albums like that. I obviously must have heard Lemonade, must have, but I don't know like, oh, this Lemonade album is these tracks. So I'm stuck. I'm really stuck with this one. I'm going to go with myth. I don't think I think that's a myth. I think someone just made that up because it sounds like a Beyonce type thing. It sounds true, but I don't think that's true. I think that's a myth. Is it a myth?
I've got that she's got vision boards, but a lot of them are kept private, so you don't know. I feel like what's written on it might have been.
So that's a half one. That's like half true. So she does have vision boards. Okay, that's nice to know. Beyonce has vision boards, but we don't know what they say because she hasn't showed us. So the other bit is just made up. If it's not made up and we just have researched the wrong answers, just let us know. But we're going with that's fake. Fake news. Okay, let's do one more. So last one. A wellness influencer went viral after claiming she manifested meeting Rihanna by saying, I'll see her soon every day for a month, then bumped into her randomly at a LA juice. That is lies. Lies. That is not true. I'm going to read it again. A wellness influencer went viral after claiming she manifested meeting Rihanna by saying, I'll see her soon every day for a month, then bumped into her randomly at an LA juice bar. Rihanna's always in Barbados. She's hardly in LA. I don't even know. That's it. I've just completely made that up. I have no idea of her schedule. So I don't know where Rihanna is. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that someone just manifested meeting Rihanna and then they met her. I think that's a lie. Who is this person? Who is this wellness influencer? No, I don't believe it. Is it true?
An influencer named Indy Clinton did go viral after manifested meeting Rihanna. It doesn't say if it was in LA though, and then was just videoing and met her.
What? Who's the influencer?
Indy Clinton.
It's true. But that's true. Oh my God. Guys, that's true. A wellness influencer manifested meeting Rihanna and she actually met her. Wow. Wow, wow. What's her name again? My memory. I'm like Dory. What's her name? You just told me like 3 times. Indy. Go Indy Clinton. How did you do it? You just, oh, you've told us how you did it. That's really stupid of me to say. You were saying, I'll see her soon every day for a month. What? Wow. Okay. Well, go you. So that's the game done, manifesting or myth. And I still don't know how I feel about it. I still am very indecisive if I think that manifesting is true or not. But let's continue. Let's delve a little bit deeper. While we're on the subject of all things manifestation, because it's the new year, you know, I've been looking into these things. Everyone talks about it. So I just wanted to do my own research, and I want to do research that might help you guys as well. Along the way, I found 2 really random stories about the types of things you can manifest, because you can manifest anything and everything, and nothing is too crazy to manifest. And this story just honestly made me laugh. So, a woman asked for a sign that what she was manifesting was coming to her. She wanted something so random, she couldn't deny it. She asked, what do you think is the most random thing you could ask the universe for? Like, I was going through my brain of what's the most random thing I would ask the universe for. Like, okay, yes, everyone would ask for money. Everyone would ask for like all the materialistic, like luxurious things. Yes, we know. But if you couldn't ask for anything like that, it just had to be something really, really random. What would it be? What would my most random thing be? Okay, I know what my most random thing would be. I like eggs and I eat a lot of eggs. But one thing I hate is peeling the shell of an egg. I think that if someone could peel me an egg, a boiled egg, obviously, if someone could peel me a boiled egg, I would really appreciate that. Because sometimes I boil an egg, and when I peel it, I like literally take off half the egg, and then I end up like with this really small egg. This sounds so stupid, but I end up with a really small egg. So if I could always boil an egg and then my egg is always peeled beautifully, that's something I would manifest happening. I just boil the egg, and then you don't even have to boil the egg. I'll boil my own egg, but then it's just peeled beautifully. And yeah, that's what my most random manifestation would be. But this lady, she asked the universe for plums. And a few days later, she found a pile of plums. Some were bitten, which is absolutely disgusting. But she found them between 2 bushes during a dog walk. So, you know, even if it's on a small scale, that is, you know, you don't need millions of pounds. She wanted plums. The lady wanted plums, and she got plums. Some bitten. Some might have been rotten and crusty. But she got what she manifested. You have to be probably really specific, because she didn't say she wants all ripe, lovely plums. The lady just asked for plums. And that is what she found in the bushes while she was walking the dog. Now, to me, that's a little bit of a waste of manifestation if you're manifesting rotten, bitten, dirty plums. But for someone else, that's amazing. I would love to meet this lady. I would love to ask her a few questions, you know? So, another story I heard, a person visualized finding any amount of money in their house when they were tight on cash. They imagined opening a drawer and seeing specific currency notes there. Soon after, they found exactly that. They opened up a drawer they hadn't checked in ages, and there were notes in there. Okay, that's going to be a true story. I don't know how I feel about that story, because where did the money come from? You would know if you've put a load of money in a drawer. I would not forget if I put a load of money in a drawer, and then like all of a sudden I haven't got money, and then I go to this, like, that doesn't seem. Who forgets they put a load of money in the drawer? Who? Why? Why were they putting a load of money in the drawer? Why was your money not in a bank? These are the questions I would ask. And then all of a sudden you think you've manifested all this money in the drawer. Okay, fair enough. If you've never put money in the drawer and then all of a sudden there's all this money in the drawer, like, where did it come from? That's a miracle. That's a miracle from God. Like, that's that's not manifestation. If you never put money in the drawer and then all of a sudden there's all this money in the drawer, that's a miracle. I don't know if that's manifestation. That's weird. But if you did put money in the drawer and then you forgot about it and then you went back to the drawer and then you had all this money at time that you need it, okay, that's great. But I don't know. I need to know more about that story. I'm not convinced that that's just through manifestation, because you don't just randomly open up a drawer in your house and there's loads of money in it and no one can explain where the money come from. And if that is the case, then I think that's a miracle from a higher power. Yes, that's what I believe. So they're the most two random stories that I thought I'd share with you. If you have more random stories about things that have manifestation that's happened, that's helped you, or someone that you know, please let me know. Like, leave a comment, because I'm really like getting into this. I want to know more stories, because I'm quite I don't know, I thought I would believe straight away, but I'm quite cynical. Like, I need more proof that this manifestation is a real thing. So yeah, I need to be convinced a little bit more, I think. In my journey to find out if manifestation is real, if it works, if I should be doing it, if I need to get my life on track with it, I had come across some of the different, there's so many manifestation techniques and so many different ways, and everyone's doing something different, okay? But one technique that I kept coming across, I wanted to delve in a bit more, and I'm going to read you some of these techniques that I found out. So one in particular was called the Goddard, is it Goddard or Goddard? I don't know. I'm going to say Goddard technique, okay? So the core principles, this is a really guys, I'm giving you all this education, so I hope you're taking it in, because listening to this episode could really change your life. And if that does change your life, I better get a piece of the pie, because I'm giving you all of this knowledge. Just a little disclaimer. But yeah, Goddard techniques. Core principles. The law of assumption. The belief that whatever you assume to be true, even in your imagination, will become reality. I think that's something I already do. I think can be quite, what's the word everyone keeps saying? Delulu. I think I can be quite delusional about things. But as a performer, as an entrepreneur, as a person, I think that you have to. I think some delusion is good, because it helps you, well, I don't know, it helps you believe in yourself. So I think everyone needs to be a little bit delusional. Apart from if you're in a silly relationship, like, don't be delusional, just get out. But anyway, but yeah, in terms of like manifesting, I think I could do that one. I could do the law of assumption. I could be delusional. That's fine. Another core principle, imagination as creation. Oh, that rhymes. Goddard taught that imagination is the power of God within us, and that by vividly imagining, you can create and become anything you desire. Ooh, I like that. But look, so we were talking, do you know when I touched on, like, is this manifestation or is this a miracle? Goddard has said that imagination is the power of God within us, and that by vividly imagining, you can create and become anything you desire. So kind of like, that's just kind of like having faith and believing in God. And, you know, they say through God, you can do all things. So I don't know. That's not really manifesting. That's like God. No, I know. And lastly, the state of being. You must mentally and emotionally enter the state of being that you wish to experience. Instead of, I want to be a doctor, you are already a doctor in your imagination. Okay, I'm going to summarize. They were kind of all the same thing. They're all the same thing. You just need to be delusional. You need to just, okay, not delusional, but you do just need to envision greatness for yourself, and then greatness will come. I think that that's basically what it's saying, and I don't think Goddard made that up. Hold on. Goddard technique. Goddard. did I just stumble across something? Hold on a minute. I need to see. I don't know what this guy looks like, but God and Goddard. That's weird. That's really weird. I don't know. Does anyone else? I think that's a little bit weird. Goddard. I don't know. I don't know. I just think I stumbled across something there. Anyway, a common Goddard technique is the ladder technique. A common example is to visualize yourself climbing a ladder, repeating this for a few nights. The goal is to create a strong mental and emotional imprint in achieving small goal to prove yourself that your imagination can blah, blah. So it's a lot of words. Okay, so the ladder technique, I think I get that. So it just means small steps. And yeah, is this who made these techniques? I've heard these things like take small steps. Like when you take small steps, you'll get to the final goal. So it's like small steps up the ladder, and then eventually you'll reach the top of the ladder. And I've heard all techniques like this, and I didn't know it was from a man called Goddard. I didn't know that. I just thought these were just things like, like fitness instructors tell you. But no, I think that's a good one. I think anything you do in life, if you take the small steps, you'll eventually achieve like the big goal. So no, I believe in that. The imagination again, conversation, imagine a conversation with someone congratulating you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, all that imagination stuff is like the visual. I think it comes under like the visualization. Yes, I think all of these things work. Like you need to take small steps. You need to visualize yourself taking small steps. Yeah, like this is just, that's obvious, I think. Acting as if. Okay, this one's funny. Live and embody the life you want to have. If you want to be married, imagine the events of being married and the life you will live afterward as, okay. So acting as if, I know I've heard this one. Some people say if you want like, if you want like a luxury car, you have to go somewhere and like test drive a luxury car. Like imagine that being your car or whatever. And then eventually that will be your car. I don't know if it's that simple, but that's like basically acting as if. I think that's what it means. Telephone technique. Okay. Imagine yourself receiving a call which the person on the other end delivers the good news you desire. Okay. So if I imagine a telephone call and then the person on the other end tells me something that I desire, this episode is I'm going to do it right now. But I have to be serious about it. Give me a second. Right. This episode straight away is going to get 10,000 views on this episode of Manifesting. And I'm so happy that I've got 10,000 views on this episode. I'm so happy. Thank you for all the 10,000 views, everyone. Really love that for me. And yeah, love that for the episode. 10,000 views. Woo! So I think that's kind of what it is. But I know it didn't come across serious. I think I'm being serious. You know what? I'm going to put more of this into practice. I think I've got some work to do. I'm not fully like committed to it just yet, but I will get there. And when this episode gets 10,000 views, oh my God, I'm just going to really believe in this manifestation. So guys, before we close this episode, I'm going to do one little treat with you all. And this is something that, you can watch what I do today, and hopefully this is something that you can do at home. It's the new year. We're in 2026, guys. 2026. And I'm so happy to be here, to be doing this with you all. And yeah, long may it continue. So before we go, let's go into the final part. I wanted to end this episode on something very wholesome. And I just wanted to send everyone on their way with the best positive, just the best spirits ever, because we are now in 2026, guys. Okay, the world is your oyster. This is January, so let's start with the best vibes possible. that being said, I've been very skeptical all episode, but I did think to myself, I have to just give it a try because I have literally nothing to lose. So I found this book online, and yes, it's called Vision Boards Clip Art. So it's got just loads of pictures, words, quotes. So I did just, I wanted to do my arts and crafts, and I just wanted to cut out some things and make a vision board, because if it's good enough for Beyonce, then it's definitely good enough for me. And even though Beyonce doesn't show her vision board to everyone, I'm going to show you some of mine because I'm obviously not Beyonce. So I have done some little cutting out. So, I've done 2026 because that's the year it is. Most of mine are just like goals, money. What's this one? Oh, this is a good one. This is a good daily reminder. Think highly of yourself because the world takes you at the way you estimate yourself. So that is really good. Oh, this is a good one. I can do it because I need to get my butt back into the gym. Create life of dreams, and just lots of passport, because I just want to be using that every month. Abundance. I want everything and I want lots of it. That's more money. What else did I do? Oh God, I don't know if that one should be on there. This one, taking inspiration from Jim Carrey. We've got all the money because that's what we want. Again, more exercise. I'm really going with it with that exercise. Oh, I've traveled to many places, but this is one place I've never been. But I want that to come with this. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I want that to come together. That's great. The more you learn, the more you earn. Okay, so they're just a few of the things that are going to be on my vision board. And I will actually post a picture when I finish creating. Should I post a picture? Is a vision board meant to be private? Is it like bad? I don't know. Is it like bad juju if you show everyone your vision board? I don't know. But maybe I'll show you some of the... I've already shown you some bits, but I know. This is to be... Oh, look, girl boss. To be confirmed. But I'm going to put my vision board together. And I just want people at home, do a vision board. I hope I've inspired you to just do a vision board or manifest or visualize or whatever it is. I hope you've taken something away from today's episode. That is a wrap on episode 2, guys. Thank you so much for listening and joining me again on the Be Real podcast. Please subscribe to our page. Follow us on all the socials. They'll all be down below. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next month on the next one.